Let's be real, most VR sessions are like just 5 more minutes, and then it's suddenly 3 AM and you're physically sweating from slicing neon blocks or fist fighting a space demon. Welcome to 10 VR games, where you'll be obsessed with after the first hour. Explored. Every entry is a time travel trap disguised as immersive fun. These games hook you, grab your whole soul, and make you forget real life exists. So grab your headset, clear some furniture, and prepare for obsession. And hey, while you're here, hit that like button and tell us which game stole your weekend. Into the Radius. Our first game is a full-blown radioactive fever dream for survival junkies. Imagine if Stalker, Metro, and your therapist's worst fears had a baby inside a Soviet-era blender, and you're halfway there. Set in the bleak, goosebump-inducing Pekorsk anomaly zone, you'll be schlepping through foggy forests, shattered ruins, and swamps so sketchy they'd scare off mosquitoes. The plot? You're basically humanity's last brave courier, taking on freaky missions from a rusty desktop while dodging ghost-like abominations and gravity-defying anomalies. Gameplay-wise, this ain't run-and-gun territory. You'll be scavenging, sneaking, and praying your gun doesn't jam mid-scream. The gunplay is chef's kiss realistic. Load each mag by hand, manage ammo types, maintain your gear like it's a fussy houseplant, and switch off the safety, or you'll just be pointing your fancy stick at danger. The game respects your intelligence, but also has no qualms about mercilessly obliterating you when you mess up. The day-night cycle adds more spice. Daylight lets you plan, nightfall turns the Radius into a haunted rave of creepy entities. Play this for 1 hour and boom, you'll either be a survival sim convert or a paranoid ammo-hoarding hermit. Either way, it's a win. Fallout 4 VR. You wake up from a deep freeze and surprise, the world's gone full Mad Max, minus the cool guitar guy. Nuclear war has turned everything to ash, and you've just been handed the keys to a sandbox filled with mutated monsters, eccentric survivors, and enough scrap to build a rocket-powered toilet if you really wanted to. But this time, you're in it. With VR slapped onto every mechanic, exploring the Commonwealth isn't just immersive, it's borderline overwhelming in the best way. Crafting gets tactile as you physically grab, scrap, and build your post-apocalyptic dream shack, or total junkyard, if that's more your vibe. Combat, way more intense, when a Deathclaw is charging at you in full VR glory and you're fumbling to reload like it's your first time holding a gun. Dialogue choices, exploration, and base building are all more engaging when you're walking the wasteland with your own 2 feet, or teleporting like an anxious time trap. It's Fallout 4, but turned up to 11 with just the right amount of nuclear spice. After 1 hour, you won't just be role-playing the wasteland's hero, you are the wasteland's overly caffeinated, duct tape-wielding messiah.
Here we go.
Resident Evil 4 Remake VR. It's still the same glorious parasite-punching adventure you remember, only now you're living it in VR with your entire face in the splash zone. From the second you drop into rural Spain with a pistol and presidential daddy issues, the immersion kicks in hard. Mobs with pitchforks? Creepier. Enemies whispering from dark corners? More intense. Accidentally pulling out a grenade instead of your knife and turning yourself into an explosive tapas? Sadly, also very possible. Sure, some third-person leftovers from the original design pop up like awkward flashbacks, cutscenes play out on a giant floating screen, and Leon sometimes goes full ghost mode for certain moves. But the VR touches, make the chaos deeply personal. Reloading feels like a boss fight on its own until you get the hang of it. And scoping enemies means literally jamming your face into the sight and hoping your dominant eye is the chosen one. But when everything clicks, you'll be headshotting cultists with iron sights and flipping through your arsenal like a parasite slaying John Wick. Is it perfect? Nah. But is it absurdly fun and pants-wettingly immersive? Absolutely. Give it an hour and you'll be screaming, "Detrás de ti, imbecile!" right back, probably while ducking for real.
Open your eyes. I can't believe it worked. Sasha, is that you?
Red Matter 2. In this game, you're Sasha, an agent with more questions than oxygen, chasing the echoes of a cryptic past through decaying Volgravian bunkers and eerie orbital station. Red Matter 2 doesn't just send you to space. It makes you feel like you are space's most confused, gravity-defying, puzzle-solving secret agent. The VR gameplay? Chef's kiss. You'll solve elaborate physics-based puzzles with hands-on tools, jetpack your way across bottomless voids like a low-G superhero, and hack your way through locked systems with tech that feels satisfyingly tactile. And just when you've got the hang of being a space detective, the game cranks up the heat with sneaky combat encounters and platforming that'll make your knees buckle, even if you're standing still IRL. The world is richly detailed, responsive, and so stunningly atmospheric that you'll swear you can smell the cold metal. 1 hour in, and you'll forget Earth ever existed. Just be careful. Out in Volgravia, secrets bite back harder than zero-gravity space dogs.
It's unloaded now! Combine cheddar's really picking up. They know you're coming.
Half-Life Alyx. You know it's serious when Valve dusts off the crowbar and says, "Let's build the entire Half-Life experience around VR and make it terrifyingly too real." You play as Alyx Vance, the snarky, science-savvy Resistance MVP who's doing everything short of building a Death Star to take down the Combine. Set between Half-Life and Half-Life 2, this game drops you into a dystopian meat grinder where alien oppression is the norm, and every supply closet could be hiding either a health syringe or a head crab. Good luck figuring that out before it's chewing on your face. Gameplay in VR? Unreal. You're physically rifling through drawers for shotgun shells, manually reloading your gun like you're in a high-stakes magic show, and leaning around corners like a sci-fi ninja. Everything's interactive. Want to chuck a bottle to distract a soldier? Go for it. Want to pull a barnacle's tongue out of your way while making a daring shot with your last bullet? That's Tuesday in City 17. The physics are deliciously immersive, the combat is surgical, and the puzzles are clever enough to make you feel like a genius and a klutz in the same 5 minutes. 1 hour in, and you'll be flinching every time a shadow twitches. BONELAB. You wake up with a death sentence, no context, and a mysterious tunnel whispering, "Hey, want to break reality?" And naturally you follow it. What you find is BONELAB, a physics-heavy fever dream built for anyone who's ever wanted to fight like John Wick, climb like a parkour squirrel, and look like Shrek while doing it. This is not a sit-back-and-relax VR game. It's a full-contact mental and physical obstacle course wrapped in an existential sci-fi riddle. The gameplay takes the already chaotic brilliance of Boneworks and cranks the physics dial up to ridiculously immersive. You'll punch, shoot, stab, throw, climb, swing, and ragdoll your way through puzzles, battles, and environments that make zero sense, yet feel completely believable thanks to the tactile realism of the engine. The kicker? You can import your own avatar and let their size, weight, and stats influence how you play. Want to be a jacked gorilla with feather-light feet? Go for it. Each gameplay segment, from sandbox mayhem to story missions, feels like a trippy simulation designed to mess with your head and your muscle memory. Give it an hour, and BONELAB turns into your weird VR gym, therapy session, and sandbox of chaos all rolled into one beautifully broken ride.
Father was right. We shouldn't have gone so deep.
Subnautica. In this next game, you crash land on an alien water world with nothing but your swim trunks and the primal urge not to get eaten by a glowing sea centipede. Welcome to the glorious panic simulator known as Subnautica, now even more immersive when played in VR. Because what's better than the threat of drowning and monster fish? Experiencing it face first with your heart, doing cartwheels in your chest. The gameplay sinks you, pun intended, into a gorgeously terrifying undersea open world where every depth holds secrets and stress. You'll be scavenging for materials like a wet, space-stranded raccoon, building oxygen tanks, crafting submarines, and gradually turning your underwater real estate into a futuristic man cave. But don't get too comfy. This isn't a scenic scuba vacation. Lurking just beyond that glowing coral reef is something with way too many teeth and a taste for player meat. Every dive is a balance of curiosity and sheer survival instinct. VR takes the isolation and awe of the ocean and injects it straight into your brain. That first moment when a leviathan swims past you, it will make you genuinely question why you ever left the surface. Give it an hour and you'll never look at a fish tank the same way. Skyrim VR. Welcome to Skyrim VR, where dragons scream from mountaintops, wolves have no chill, and you'll accidentally fusro-dar a chicken off a cliff within your first hour. It's the full-fat, open-world RPG classic from Bethesda. But this time, you're in there. Like, literally waving your arms to cast spells, physically drawing your bow, and probably punching your wall while trying to shout at a bear. The gameplay holds nothing back. You'll climb snowy peaks, explore undead-infested ruins, yell at dragons until they fall from the sky, and steal way too many wheels of cheese. All in first-person, fully physical VR. Sword in one hand, fire spell in the other, and pure chaos ahead. Craft potions, buy houses, adopt kids, then leave them unattended while you go slay vampires, and dabble in every weird side quest you stumble into. Even if you've played Skyrim a dozen times, this version hits different. Seeing giants up close in VR? Yeah, that'll rewire your soul. 1 hour in, and you'll forget what real life even looks like. Just don't forget to stretch. VR Dovahkiin comes with real-world leg cramps.
Deny spirits their rightful passage.
Turn worlds to ash.
Asgard's Wrath 2. To plunges you headfirst into a mythological multiverse where Loki's pulling the strings and reality's hanging on by a god thread. You're basically inside a realm of gods, where the game hurls you through Egyptian deserts, Nordic chaos, and mythological showdowns so wild you'll need to physically brace yourself in VR. If you thought fighting gods sounded cool, try doing it with your arms in the air, sweating like you're in Valhalla's version of CrossFit. Gameplay in VR is an epic buffet of scale, variety, and beautiful, glorious violence. You're not just swinging swords, you're engaging in weighty, physics-driven combat where timing and precision rule the battlefield. Want to chuck an axe at a griffin mid-flight? Go for it. Prefer to let a tiger sidekick maul that armored brute while you possess a mortal hero and sneak in the back door? You can do that too. And then there are the puzzles, giant, multi-layered, deity-level brain benders that make you feel like a divine tinkerer. With a world that feels alive and constantly begging to be explored, this is the kind of VR game you enter for just an hour and crawl out of 4 realms later. Saber. Have you ever dreamt of being a Jedi and a rock star at the same time? Beat Saber says, "Why not both?" and hands you two glowing swords, a wall of neon beats, and a playlist that goes from EDM to Billie Eilish faster than you can say, "Where's my other saber?" It's rhythm gaming in VR turned into a full-body lightsaber dance-off, one where you're ducking walls, dodging bombs, and slicing colored blocks like a musical fruit ninja on caffeine. Gameplay is gloriously simple, but dangerously addictive. You've got red blocks for your left hand, blue ones for your right, and a 4x3 grid of rhythm-fueled chaos charging at your face. Each block tells you how to slash, up, down, diagonal, or just go wild. But don't just flail. Your score depends on swing angle, precisions, and how cool you look doing it. Okay, maybe not the last part, but spiritually, yes. Newer mechanics like chains and arcs make it feel even more like a choreographed VR dance battle, while modifiers let you tweak the madness to your liking. 1 hour in, and you'll be dripping sweat, mentally replaying that missed beat and swearing the music is judging you. Spoiler, it is, but in VR, that's just part of the show. If you made it through this list without installing at least 3 of these games, congrats, you have willpower stronger than a Skyrim giant's foot stomp. These VR bangers are proof that 1 hour is never enough. You'll tell yourself, just one more level, but your headset and your back pain will tell a different story. So which of these are your new VR addiction? Drop a comment, slap that like, and subscribe for more digital rabbit holes you'll gladly fall into.